I spoke on number 15, which is one of the first paragraphs of the Instrumentum Laboris, which is dedicated to the issue of the difficulty that present society, contemporary Western society, has in receiving the Church's teaching about marriage. I spoke about the difficulty which lies in two very different visions of what it means to be human, what the meaning of life is. The vision that is kind of transmitted by our society, and the gospel vision, the vision of Jesus. And how do we overcome that? I suggest that one of the things we need to do is we need to listen a lot to contemporary society. We need to be able to see what it is in society that can be open to the Church's teaching. I named a few aspects. In our society today, there's in marriage, there's a great emphasis on the equality of women and men. There is a rediscovery or even a discovery of the true role of fatherhood, a greater involvement of men in the raising of their own children. There's a refusal of violence against children, violence against women, emphasis on communication. All these things for me seem to be stepping stones that would allow for dialogue between today's world and the Church. And that was my second point, was to invite to this dialogue. I think we would be enriched by it as a Church. I think the fathers of the Second Vatican Council 50 years ago, when they reflected on marriage, that is the way they followed. They opened themselves up to new reflections on marriage, and so they deepened the theology of the Church on marriage. So I think we as Synod Fathers need to be doing the same kind of thing. The atmosphere is quite different. I'm saying different from my experience. I participated in the Synod on the Eucharist in 2005. First of all, because it's an extraordinary synod, there are less members. We're only 200 as opposed to 400 at a regular synod. So that makes it a bit more human, you could say, in terms of size. Secondly, the organization speeches are shorter, more interventions, which makes for a brisker speed. It's easier, I think, to keep our attention. The Pope himself, obviously, Francis, brings a different feel. The fact that yesterday and today he showed up 20 minutes before the beginning of the session simply to greet people as they came in, shaking their hands, a bit like a parish priest before Mass, is absolutely wonderful, and it puts everybody at ease. So there's even moments of laughter, a sense of humor within the group. I find a great feeling of brotherhood and of openness here.